Today we're going to be looking at retail workers versus entitled customers. If you're a retail worker or work any job and you've had to come across someone like this, I genuinely feel bad for you.
No. We'll come to you when we're ready. Don't approach people like that. I can just remove you from the store if you want. That's perfect. You try.
Oh, you try, do it. Do it.
You do it then.
He's literally just asked for it. Oh. Oh.
Hey, whoa, don't touch me, bro. Don't touch me. I'm not touching you.
I'm not touching
Oh my
you.
god. Oh.
There you go. Don't come back in.
I know that felt so good. Oh. Mm.
Oh my god.
Nope.
Don't
hit me.
touch me!
You just hit me.
Don't touch
Just
me!
hit me.
You
Hit
come
me
in
again.
front of me!
Hit me again. Hit me again.
I ain't hitting you.
Oh.
Hit me again.
Oh. Oh my god.
Call the police right now. I'm requesting you. On you? On you? So you leaving your stuff?
I won't lie, I didn't expect it to take that turn. We usually try to keep violence out of these videos. I don't know the context about that. I'm assuming basically that old man was just being a plonker and that worker had had enough. I kind of feel bad for him because that's like a normal reaction to have, to basically get angry. But now he's probably going to lose his job. That dude needs to be promoted. Honestly, he needs to get a massive promotion. Imagine having to deal with a man like that. Employee ate that. I know he kind of did. He really did eat it. We have to watch the beginning again because I swear the customer was literally asking to be kicked out. He got what he asked for.
No. We'll come to you when we're ready. Don't approach people like that. I can just remove you from the store if you want. That's perfect. You try.
Oh, he said you try.
You do it then.
He literally said, you do it, kick me out, and then he got kicked out. Yet again, I just feel awful for like that worker. I do feel bad for him. Because he's probably gonna get the sack now because of that dumb old man.
Am I sitting in the back?
No. Yeah, I don't like to sit there.
I don't like when people sit in the front.
I cannot sit there,
I don't like when people sit in the front.
and I'm
sorry.
gonna order something else.
All right, sounds good.
It's a
Oh.
policy I've had since I had a unfortunate incident that happened. I just politely asked for the person to sit in the back. It's more of a safety thing, actually.
So cancel it. Okay?
We'll do. Thank you.
Are you serious with me?
No, I don't like when people sit in the front, period. I'll cancel and refund you.
But this customer is not interested in a cancellation.
Okay, let me do this. I'm gonna ride in the back, and I'm gonna file a complaint. Okay?
I'm gonna.
I have the right to make my own option.
I am.
You also
I
have
am
the
an
right to be
independent
kicked out
contractor and I have the right
sometime.
to deny this right.
Good. So let's take a discussion.
No, please leave my vehicle.
Yes. No. We'll take a look at this later. Come on.
No,
Thank you.
please, sir, please leave my vehicle.
He's been asked to leave.
I did have a vibe that he had some sort of feeling that he was above me in a way. You know, how he directly just, slammed my door, went into the back seat and said, let's have a conversation. That's when I thought, I don't want this problem. I don't want this issue.
And that's when the man's outrageous entitlement takes the wheel.
Is that because I'm white?
No, sir.
You're.
It's
You're.
not- Oh, and this is good because I have two dash cams.
That unbelievable. Screw you, you're in.
The furious man hurls a racial slur at
Oh,
Randy.
damn.
You're. You're.
Oh, and this is good because I have
Yes,
two dash
wow.
cams.
There's been instances before where I dealt with passengers who were culturally insensitive, but this incident was the most blatant form of racism that has happened in my vehicle.
It's also the fact that he literally started saying that to you after he didn't get what he wanted. That's actually awful. I can't believe that. Who's that man and why are they literally protecting his face? He should be exposed.
That unbelievable. Screw you, you're in.
Oh, thank you so much. You got my camera. Whew, this is good.
We need to figure out who that man is.
But not so good for the disgruntled customer.
You're.
Who is it? Expose
Because
him.
Randy can't identify him.
I was livid when I got home. I sent the video to the local press, and the rest was history.
He's Hans Berglund, the CEO of a fertilizer company,
Oh.
but not for much longer. Berglund is fired from the company he founded, banned from using the Rideshare app, and claims his life has been ruined.
He's ruined his life. I'm sorry, how's he gonna sit there and be like, my life is ruined? You ruined your life. You were entitled and you were horribly racist to him. That's just awful. Like, he got exactly what he deserved. Imagine getting fired from a company you founded. That's the karma you deserve, sunshine. Fired from his own company. Oh god, I know that proper would have hurt him. But yet again, he got exposed. He shouldn't have acted that way. They need to do a policy to allow people to sit only in the back. I don't know if it's just me, but if I ever do get a taxi, I always sit in the back seat. I'm never gonna sit in the front seat. That's really weird. If like I sat in the front seat, wouldn't that be a bit suspicious? I'm assuming that the driver probably didn't want him to sit in the front seat in case he tried to like touch him or like rob him, etc. I just can't believe the passenger was like that. Like, that was horrible. Why is his face blurred out? Honestly, that's why I want to know. Probably for legal reasons, but yet again, he's ruined his life. So cancel it. Gets mad when the driver agrees with cancelling it, lol. Exactly, he was literally saying, okay, cancel it, and then the driver went to cancel it and he got angry and then started being horrible. Claims his life has been ruined. I mean, yeah, he ruined it. It wasn't ruined, he ruined it. You know, if he didn't act that way, then he would have been completely fine, but nope, he decided to show the true colours. We're now gonna hop onto the r/petty revenge Reddit page. Regular customer at cafe is rude and never tips ... This isn't that long of a story. Essentially, there's a regular at the cafe I work at who's always just generally unpleasant. Imagine being in a situation like that where like you have to be professional and smile, but the customer's still really horrible. She complains every time we raise the prices as if we, the baristas, are the ones raising the prices. She usually has us make one of our lattes in a size that we don't normally offer for latte, and then tells us how to ring it up on our end. Has us remake drinks saying they're wrong when at least one person behind the counter can confirm we made the drink correctly the first time. It's never anything serious. She's just, if you've worked in customer service, you know what I mean when I say she's one of those customers.
I don't have an answer for that. Is there something else I can help with?
Being quiet. Apparently Siri was very enthusiastic to get their opinion in. And for a long time we were always very nice and accommodating, humoring her and trying not to be jerks back until recently. I want to know what happened recently, spill all the tea. We're a small craft coffee chain, so we always do cute latte art in the drinks and hand them out with lids off so folks can see the art. Recently we've pretty much adopted the attitude of, okay, you don't want to tip, fine, no latte art for you. So anytime this customer comes in, we make sure not to give her any latte art and definitely make a point of doing our best job in anyone else's drink that ordered before her. So she walks up to the counter, she sees a very pretty latte art and then just her cab. It's pretty petty, I know, but you can't be a regular, accept constant accommodations, be difficult, and then never tip. I mean, yeah, I'm with you. To be fair, that's not even that bad if I were able to spat in her bloody coffee. If she wants to give me attitude, she'll get it back. If you can't refuse service, just do the minimum for her. Sorry, that doesn't come in that size. Soy, that will be 50 cents extra. No, we can't add an extra shot with an extra charge. Yes, we may have done it before, but corporate won't let us. I low-key love that because basically you're just lying to her. When people ask me to add some love to their shots, I do the same thing. Boss says I can't, there's cameras. To be fair, that's not petty, that's quite useful. Think of it, if you really don't want to do something for somebody, just say, oh, we can't, that's the rules, when realistically there are no rules. And yet again, I swear if these people were just nice and tipped you, they get extra stuff. You know, you go out of your way to make their stuff better for them. But nope, they decide to be entitled, so they're not going to get that extra love.
Is the most ridiculous thing you have ever had to explain to someone in a customer service center?
I once had to explain as a manager at Trader Joe's that New Jersey is on the Atlantic Ocean, and I had to do that because a woman came up to me and asked, I need local Pacific salmon. And I said, well, we're in New Jersey. And she said, I don't care. I need local Pacific salmon. And I said, well, we have Atlantic salmon. And she said, no, it has to be Pacific and local. And I said, well, we don't live on the Pacific Ocean. You need to move to the West Coast if you need local Pacific salmon. And she got very upset at me, called me a few bad words, and said she'd find it at Whole Foods. And I said, good luck with that. I'm sure you can find it at Whole Foods in another state. Side of the United States.
I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't know anything about them oceans, so I've got no idea what she's on about. Basically, the customer just sounds a bit dumb. With people like that, basically lie to them, just like make them think they're right when realistically they're just not. I do it all the time with my mom. You know, it's better to lie to her and make her think that she's in the right whenever she's quite clearly in the wrong. My friend in a meat depot had to explain to someone looking for grass-fed chicken that chicken do not eat grass. They have grain-fed chicken. Do chickens even eat grass? Imagine a chicken eating grass. What do chickens eat? Like, I swear they eat like little nuts and like seeds. What animals eat grass like cows? Honestly, the best thing you could do is probably tell her the cows and chickens are the exact same thing. I'm at an a-hole for telling off my girlfriend's parents for being entitled customers. Okay, so I was with my girlfriend just before our 2-year anniversary, planning where we would go for our dinner. My town is too close to a big city to have any sustainable small business food restaurants. The only restaurants that can sustain themselves here have to be really good for the higher prices to be acceptable, or they're Indian chains / national chains. That being the case, my town doesn't have a decent selection. Anyways, I naturally brought up that we should go to the place where I first took her, one of the 2 Mexican restaurants in town. The one I prefer and that I'll only go to is widely considered to be inferior Mexican restaurant in my town. So anyways, our parents are extremely nosy people. They overheard our conversation about going out for the anniversary and decided they just had to go because this is such a memorable experience, which it is, just not for them. Yeah, exactly, it's literally a date with your girlfriend. Tell the parents to piss off. I've never been a big fan of our parents. Are socially isolated people who really only look out for their own selves, and my GF doesn't know I think this way. So when we told them what restaurant we chose, they scoffed at first and said we are not going there, you're choosing another place to eat. My GF and I looked at each other and looked back at them. She told them, yeah, that's where he took me on our very first date. After petty arguing between my GF and her parents, they reluctantly agreed that they would go to that crappy place in this crappy town instead of a nice place in Indy. Yes, they said that later when they thought my GF was listening. Why are they so negative? I will never ever understand people who are so negative. Put a sock in them. Anyways, fast forward to the anniversary. We arrived at the restaurant and take our seats, etc. Her parents are being stuck up and rude and acting like they're better than everyone, and it's annoying the hell out of me. They finally decide what they want and both order simple. The food arrives and they got what they ordered, as we all did. Her mum is pissed because she claims she didn't get the food exactly as she ordered it. Lie. Her dad does the same thing. Both send their food back. Why would you ever do that? Do you want to know something? I should just leave. I will never ever understand Debbie Downers. I feel like they're the type of people where you could be like, oh, you having a good day? I'm having a great day. And they'll be like, well, I'm not. And it's like, screw you. Go and be depressed somewhere else. As soon as the waiter takes it back confused, I passively say I've made myself promise to never send food back at a restaurant, even if I get the wrong order, much less than the right order. That set them off. I mean, I'm with you. Like, I'm not gonna send my food back unless it's crap, unless it's literally moldy. That's the only time I'd ever send it back, because like, I'm just not like that. Like, it's not that serious. They weren't yelling, but might as well have been. That I shouldn't disrespect them like that. Her mum made up some BS dietary thing, like being gluten-free, and starting that day, and her dad called me a little crab. I called the waiter over for my check and box, paid for my girlfriend's meal, tipped a big tip and left. I wasn't dealing with that. My GF was upset that I left, understandable, but also told me not to talk to her for a while for disrespecting her family, which upset me because her parents were being so rude and it was unjustified. Reddit, I'm an a-hole. You're absolutely not the a-hole. By the sounds of it, this girl has been, you know, completely controlled by her family. To me, the family kind of sounds like a cult family where it's like the family have to stick together. You have to do what mummy and daddy says. You know, they're always right, they're never wrong. If I were you, I would distance yourself from her parents. You know, enjoy her and love being around her, just not her family. The comment you made after they sent the food back was a bit a-hole-ish and definitely provoked your GF's already unnecessarily irritated folks. Your GF not standing up for you was a little a-hole-ish on her part, and then sulking after you understandably were done with her crap is a bit childish. Her parents are definitely the star a-holes in this story. They imposed themselves in your evening and just made the entire event unpleasant just for the sake of being unpleasant. Honestly, I would have probably walked out too in that situation. This Redditor said the comment he made was a bit rude. I don't agree with that. I think it was honestly right. Like, I think he said the right thing. They invited themselves to your anniversary dinner, badmouthed your choice of a restaurant, then acted like complete a-holes to the waitstaff. After all that, you made a rather mild statement reflecting their behaviour and they went crazy. You've been with your GF for 2 years and she basically thinks that you're obliged to put up with them because they're her family. That's something to talk about when she decides to talk to you again, not the a-hole. That's basically what I was saying, and I kind of feel bad for the GF because obviously it's her parents, but a lot of times with them parents, you know, they kind of control the child a lot. I just feel bad for the boyfriend and the girlfriend, but nope, you're not the a-hole, them parents are cuckoo.
Y'all gotta stop being so mean to service workers. I've had a stressful week, so I decided to treat myself this morning to some Mickey D's. Sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin, yes please. So I pull up in line and I'm the second car in the drive-thru. And even from where I am, I can see like several items are crossed out and say out of order. I guess the McDonald's was out of sausage. So I see that and I'm like, no worries, I'll get something else. Woman asked the man in front of me, what can I get for you, sir? And even looking at the screen where it says out of stock, the man says, can I please have the sausage burritos? Woman says, I'm so sorry, that's out of stock, can I get you something else? Man says, oh, can I have the sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin? Which once again, you can clearly see says out of stock. Woman says, sir, I am so sorry, we're actually out of that too, can I get you something else? Man finally orders some type of biscuit. He then orders 2 iced coffee, 1 with cream and sugar, and 1 with chocolate sauce. Woman repeats it back to him, he says yes. So he gets up to the window, they give him his food, man unloads on this girl. Why the f can't you get anything right? How the f are you out of everything? This is ridiculous, this is awful service. Why the hell are you even open? I'm calling corporate. And the girl looks like she wants to cry. Chill.
Well, I mean, do you want to know something? None of that would have happened if he wasn't an idiot. Yet again, I feel like these people purposely love to irritate people. Like, they love it. They get a kick out of making people upset. That's why I can work in a McDonald's like that, because I'm telling you, I would jump through the window, I'd punch them. I don't know why people think that the cashiers are in charge of everything. Like, no, I don't control the prices or how much we have. I mean, to be fair, they probably do that because you're the easiest person to blame. They'll never go after, like, the managers or the corporate people. They'll just take it out in the first person they can. As a customer service worker, he's had food thrown at her. Thank you. You've had food thrown at you now. I'm so sorry. If someone threw food at me, I'd be throwing hands. I'd start swinging. Well, anyways, guys, that's some retail workers versus entitled customers. Please don't ever be like any of these people in this video because they're nightmares. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you're a subscriber, subscribe and see you all tomorrow for another video.